Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here real quick. I just had a really great session, and so I'm feeling a little energized. One thing that pops up in sessions a lot are emotions. Obviously, it's therapy, so of course we're going to talk about how you feel and emotions. Something that happens a lot is that people don't know how to talk about how they feel. They don't know the words to use. They don't know how to identify. A lot of times I hear, well, I feel angry. And actually, what they feel is frustrated, irritated, hurt, resentful, bitter, sad, anxious, worried, all of these things that are way different or way more specific than just saying, I feel angry. What's really important about being able to narrow down and specifically say what you feel, identify what you feel, is you can problem solve better. So if you're just saying, well, I'm angry, you don't really know where to go with that. But if you say, I feel resentful, then we know where to go with that, or we at least have a better place to start. Okay, well then maybe you've had boundaries that are crossed, or someone has is violating, some value system, or someone's getting on your nerves, or whatever it may be. Typically, if there's resentment, it's that boundaries are getting crossed. So, pro tip: if you're feeling resentful, it's probably communicating that you've got a boundary that's being crossed. So not only is it important that you're able to go, this is what I am specifically feeling, but when it comes to communicating how you feel and hoping that someone else in this dynamic will be able to do something about it or be able to understand you, then they can also be in on that problem solving. I had a client talk about, she just couldn't quite come up with what she wasn't feeling. And she was able to identify, oh, I'm not feeling comforted. And that was a really big moment. She was coming up with I'm not feeling supported, but that wasn't really fitting. But what did fit is I'm not feeling comforted. And so using that as the jumping off point to problem solve. What does she need out of her partner to feel comforted? What does she need? What does she need? Being able to problem solve on her end of what does that look like? What does her comfort look like? What could her partner do? So that she has a direction and that her partner also has a direction. So identifying emotions, though that seems like something that we would be really good at, we're so bad. We're so bad at it. We're really good at feeling emotions. We're not really good at identifying them. So if you feel like you're having some difficulty with identifying how you feel, maybe you're feeling something but you really haven't been able to problem solve it or go anywhere with it, I would encourage you, I would encourage you to come in and see me, but I would also encourage you to just take a second and to really tease that out. What is it that you are actually feeling? There are a lot of lists online, like feeling wheels, lists of feeling words, and they tend to be categorized. And so that can really help. If you say I'm feeling angry, then maybe that's like the header of that column, and it'll break it down into more specific feelings. So that's a good place to start. It's really great for you feeling like you're more in control of your feelings by being able to identify them, and then also allowing you and the people around you to feel less helpless too, so that everyone is in on what is specifically happening and how can we go from there? What needs to happen? Some of those problem solving things. What boundaries need to be set? Maybe just what support is needed. Just basically where to go from here. So that's your little lesson for today. Little tip is, if you do have some issues with identifying what you're actually feeling, take a second. Look up some feeling words. There's no shame in that. A lot of people really have no idea how to identify how they feel, and it's a really important skill. So again, if you feel like you're having some trouble with that, feel free to check out my website, see if I'm somebody that could be helpful for you. And that's something that we can focus on, is just getting you to a place of feeling more comfortable identifying how you actually feel, to then be able to do something about it and ultimately feel more in control and hopefully feel generally better. So there's your little nugget for the day. Have a good one, guys. Bye.